When you get singing lessons, you're paying for something that you can only get when you have the person one-on-one listening to you and telling you something about you. You can buy a book which someone has spent maybe 50 hours to produce, to write. You can buy a program which someone has spent maybe 50 hours to create, to play piano or to sing for you on the program, on the CD. You can buy a video, you can go online and get free online videos of people. But what you cannot buy, when you spend money on all those things that take a long time to produce, you cannot get any feedback about you. They're all general sort of ideas that someone gives, but they don't hear you. They can't go, you are good at these elements and you're bad at these singing elements. They can't do that. They can only say, people generally are good at these elements and bad at these elements. So here's the things that I do with my students to get them better. But they don't know which problem is your problem. Okay? So this is where lessons come in. Some people are great self-teachers. They can go online, they can go get a book, they can ask someone one question that they meet or something, and then they can figure the rest of the stuff out by themselves. Some people aren't like that. And the people that aren't like that need help. Now, some people need help, but they don't even know they need help. They can't even tell where they're at. They don't even know they're bad. Some people think they're good. They don't even know they're bad. Like, for example, sometimes you see the singers on American Idol, Australian Idol, and they're obviously bad, but they got so much confidence they don't even know that they're bad. These people don't even know they're bad. They need help. There's people that they might not realize what they're doing wrong, and when you point it out to them, then they'll be, oh, okay, I didn't realize I was doing wrong. But then you show them the difference between the wrong and right in a different way, then they'll see, oh, okay, it does sound better when it's done that way. It's another example of where only a teacher can help. So these are examples of where only a teacher, live one-on-one, can help. What's other examples? Some people might be really good at some skills, but they don't know how to get better at skills that they're not as good at, or maybe they're good, but they want to get to an even higher level. Again, a teacher is probably needed to show. Only a teacher can know that. A teacher will see and make you focus on that. You can read books, you can look for information and stuff, but all that stuff cannot pinpoint where it is that you are stuffing up. It could be one note within 5 notes that you sing where you stuff up. It could be one section of a whole song. It could be a weakness in, like it could be like a weakness you have the whole time throughout the song, but it's only one thing and everything else is so amazing. This is where paying for a teacher comes in. What's the value of a lesson? A lesson, different teachers have different prices, but let's just say an average cost in Australia for a singing teacher is around about between $40 to $70 an hour, Australian. $40 to $70 an hour, something like that. Okay, you don't really get cheaper than that. I've never seen cheaper than that. Sometimes you might get more expensive, depending on the teacher and how much experience they have, or if they train special people or something. But usually it's that price. So what you're getting when you're paying for that, it's the cost of a book, $40, $50. It's the cost of a mini program. It's not cheap. It's for 1 hour of the person's time. But what the person does is they're a specialist in listening and giving you feedback. That's what they have learned to do. That's their skill. Okay, if an electrician came to your house to fix a problem, you don't know how they work. You don't know about electronics. You have to pay them for the service. If a mechanic's going to fix your car, you don't know about cars. You got to pay them to fix your car. Okay? And sometimes people get worried about getting ripped off, and it's true. People do rip you off. Okay, that's a risk we take, but most of us are ignorant about other things. I don't know nothing about cars. I don't know nothing about electronics. I don't know nothing about law. I expect if I'm going to hire a lawyer, electrician, or mechanic that they're going to come and do their job, and all I can do is hope that they do a good job and try to hire someone who I think is legitimate. Well, it's hard to tell, isn't it? Maybe someone your parents already know, or someone already knows that they already trust. That's usually a good way to start. Word of mouth. So, some people don't want to pay for lessons. They think everything should be free. Fair enough. I agree. I think things should be free. I think we should do things voluntarily, but unfortunately our world isn't like that. We need to eat. We need to pay rent. And some people don't want to pay for services, but they're happy to go and pay for services like going out to a cinema or going to a store to buy some product or item. But some people think that when they're paying for someone's time, it's not worth it. But time is money. It's true. That person, such as me, is spending an hour of their time, which is normally free, to do whatever the person wants. Say, I might want to be hanging out with my girlfriend. I might be wanting to read a book. I might be wanting to watch a movie. I might be wanting to do my own singing practice. Whatever it might be. And I'm going to, instead of doing that, spend the time that it takes to plan a lesson. It's multiple emails or phone calls or Skype calls just to plan a lesson. Okay, it takes about 15 minutes at least of emailing and stuff like that just to plan the lesson, and then to do a lesson for a low price or an average price. My price gets lower when you do a lot of lessons. I give a massive discount, and people want that for free. I mean, would you give up an hour of your time, or an hour 15, including the planning time of your time, for someone? I doubt it. Okay, you might do it for a very close friend or something like that, but you wouldn't give up time for free. Okay, it's very unlikely, and you wouldn't do it regularly. Let's say I have 5 students a week. I'm not going to give away 5 hours of my time. That's almost like half a work day. Why would I give it away? Okay, it doesn't make any sense. I would rather do self-development, my own things in that time than give it away for free. So that's why you should be paying for lessons. Okay, it doesn't make sense to give away time, or for someone to give away their time to you. And like I said before, only lessons can give you feedback on your voice. Okay, you can look up doctor things online, but only a doctor can look at you and say, this is what is likely wrong with you, and this is what you need to do. Okay, you can look online, but they can't see you, they can't examine you. Maybe in the future they'll have that technology, but right now we can't do that. So please value lessons. They are worth a lot. Is it hard to find the right teacher for your needs? Yes, but you can look around. Lots of teachers give away free information. You can call them and ask them, this is what I want to learn, this style of music. How do you teach? I want to do these kind of songs. You can ask that stuff before you pay for lessons. So the risk is much lower than, for example, when you go to a mechanic and it's hard to even know. Okay, I hope that gives you an idea of why lessons are valuable and you should be paying for them. Okay, and not all people need to. Like I said, some people can self-teach, and those people are great, and they don't need one-on-one lessons as much. Okay, if at all. So I hope this helps you. See ya. I'm Rashad.